Okay, we are live, and today, obviously, Delhi Capitals taking on UP Warriors, and obviously, finally, today will be the day where any of this team will open their account finally. So, huge game for both the teams. For both the teams, it's a huge game. By the way, as we yesterday told you guys that today's match will be played behind the closed doors of DY Patil Stadium because of the tomorrow's that is scheduled, election that is going to happen in Mumbai. So for that, today's match and tomorrow's match will be played behind the closed doors of the Patel Stadium. So no spectators for this game, but huge game, Trishadi, for both the teams, for Jemima's Delhi Capitals and Meg Lanning UP Warriors. Meg Lanning facing her former team for the first time. How do you seeing this game going forward?
Chanel Henry is also facing her former team for
Yes,
the first time.
yes, and I think UP Warriors didn't have a pleasant outing when the former players, played against them last night when Grace Hadis took them apart in RCB colors.
Anyway, today DC is going to win. I just told you why DC will win. I have told you.
Yes, yes, yeah. I
Today is
want
the day.
you to share the story. I think these guys deserve to hear the story. Please share that.
So basically, I was setting up for the live show, and suddenly, because today there is no like the roads are not blocked because there are no spectators. So I was just setting up for the show, and I'm suddenly seeing a bus coming, a blue color bus. So I just casually looked at it and saw Roar Macha written. I was still trying to process that why are the Delhi Capitals, why would the Delhi Capitals players come this late? So I thought probably that's not them. So I'm looking at the bus and I saw B.R. Sharkar. B.R. Sharkar, for those who do not know, has played for Bengal and is now in the DC coaching staff. So I saw her and I was like, yes, this is the player's bus. And then when the bus was going in the last seat, there was an extremely familiar face and somebody I absolutely admire. I saw her and my first reaction, like an absolute fan moment, I went like that. And unlike unlike her on field seriousness, she also smiled and waved, and that is how Marizane Cap will be back in form. Now that she has waved at her biggest opponent. Sorry, biggest fan. What am I saying? At her biggest fan. At her biggest fan in India, at least I'm quite sure I'm her biggest fan. So now all the jinx that Snehashish had done during the World Cup is all gone. Today is the day she'll pick up three in the power play. Three. Meg Lanning
Oh.
versus Marizane Cap. Bring it on.
Yes, and historically, Mason Cap has a fantastic record against McLaren. Though, obviously, while playing in WPL, both of them so far have played for the same team. Right, so for the first time, McLaren
Yeah,
will
it
face
would look
Mason
very
Cap.
bad if Marizane
Yes,
Cap went and tried to get Meg Lanning's wicket when they were playing for the same team.
yes,
Now
yes, yes,
it would be
and
a different story
yes,
altogether.
yes, yes, absolutely. But overall, Krishna, how big is the occasion for both the teams, and obviously, what is the context of this game? Context of the tournament, right, at this stage.
So I think all the teams are by now, this is the first, like every team plays the other team twice. So this is the first set that's going on. And I think whoever wins today kind of still keeps themselves
Playoff
in
race.
that top three playoff, bracket. But the
Hmm.
team that loses is probably, is already in their head, at least they are packing their bag. So it's a
Hmm.
huge game. And this is where I feel that DC could take the advantage of the fact that you have retained your core. Somewhat core DC has also retained. Today you cannot really say DC has their core because of Annabelle Sutherland not being there. But think of if Annabelle Sutherland was there, then you have Sutherland, you have Marizane Cap, you have Jenny, you have Shafali. So you have basically retained your core as well. It's not the Mumbai Indians alone. So, guys, I'll take a little time and speak.
Mm.
because cold has caught me up very badly. So as I said, because DC has that core, DC today will feel is the day where, say for example, if you are in the UP Warriors camp, you are still kind of acclimatizing to the whole team. Say, for example, Abhishek Nair must be still thinking, should I send in Harleen today? Should I send in Kiran Navgire today with Meglani? You don't have that problem. You know you're going to send Lizzie and Shafali Verma. The problem is that Shafali Verma that we had seen in Sri Lanka series, we are not seeing here. You know,
Mm.
that's my bigger problem. I think it's the best day for Delhi to actually avenge their 50-run loss so that
Yes.
that NRR, they can
Enough.
kind of, what I
Mm.
am trying to say is beat the team, get your NRR going. And I'm saying this not because I'm saying UP is a weaker side. My logic is when they face UP next, UP will by then be a settled side. So your
Mm.
best chances now.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I think rightly said that today this could be a huge chance for Delhi to cope up that net run rate that they suffered after 50-run defeat to Mumbai Indians. But Trishadi, when it comes to UP Warriors, Dipti Sharma is a very crucial player for that team.
Uh,
With the bat, she did well in the last game. At that
yes.
situation, that partnership was needed with the under. She played according to the situation to score those runs. But with the ball, she has struggled. She is wicketless so far after two games. What has gone wrong? Did you find something that she's trying hard or something that you observed?
I thought, two things. First of all, when I'm doing the show right now, in my head, I'm actually kind of confused. This is the post show or the pre show because it is that empty. The road, I have not seen this
Yeah.
road this empty because you and I used to come
Yes.
during World Cup matches.
Mm.
Then during the WPL matches, I have never seen this road this empty, man. So for
Mhm.
a second, when I looked up, I was like, which match are we discussing? Is it post show, pre show? Anyway, getting back to what you said, I think Dipti is not being used properly.
Mm.
Deepti is not really that kind of a bowler who can bowl just one over and you can take her off. You have to give her that time to bring out her variations, which is what last game also. If you remember, Snehashish, I was telling you that why was Deepti not given 2 overs at a go? Everybody was getting hit. Maybe Deepti could have got something going. See, Deepti Sharma is that kind of a player who flourishes under pressure. Very few players flourish under pressure, but Deepti, and she has acclimatized, acclimatized herself. Big English word with a sore throat does not go with each other, clearly. But anyway, has acclimatized herself to become that player who flourishes under pressure. Initially, if you remember the 2017 World Cup, or even
Mm.
thereafter, she would crumble under pressure. But she was continuously being pushed to a place where she was put under pressure and she has come up with results. Now, when she's a proven performer under pressure, now you're not asking putting her under pressure. The last game when Grace Harris was batting and was in
Mm.
that flow, just keep Deepthi for another over, keep Deepthi on for another over. Maybe if she had removed Smriti from the other end, Grace would have to then, think twice before hitting
Mm.
because then it would have been Dayal and Hemlata. You never know if you get Hemlata cheaply. You might not win the match, but maybe you could have pushed RCB a little more. So that is where I thought Meg Lanning is not using Deepti Sharma that well.
Yes, absolutely. And do you think, Tushar, that in modern cricket, this matchup thing, we discussed it yesterday also, Ashley Gardner mentioned that
I
matchup
have
against
written it.
Hardman. Yes, you written that article on the mindset shifting of Australian women's cricket in recent times. But do you think that the usage that you were saying about Dipti Sharma, it's related to that matchup thing,
Yeah,
or it's a pre-planned? Mm.
yeah, it's not only matchup, it is also that thing, where in T20 eyes you don't want to give the batter the time to settle into a bowler. So you just
Mm.
want to give one over to each bowler. And you will see Aussies do follow that mindset. The other mindset, of course, is what say a Jemmy does or a Smithy does. That okay, Lauren Bell or Marizane cap 3 overs on the trot.
Mm.
Uh, so it's just that I don't think the 1 over thing works for me. Neither does the 3 over thing. It has to be a middle two because
Yes.
3 over does work. See, Marizane cap is not going to bowl in the death over. That's going to be
Yeah.
Chanel Henry. So it works.
Mm.
With Lauren Bell, it's the same thing. Lauren Bell is not your death over bowler, so it works. With Shabnam Ismail, it does not work. Of course. Especially when Natsivar Brunt is not there. So
Yes.
it has to be match wise and match situation wise. That is what I'm trying to say. Every captain has to improvise. And I think Meg Lanning is taking a little time to understand the team and settle in the team. But unfortunately, this is where the IPL, the WPL being a short league becomes a
Mm.
problem. Because you're
Mm.
3 matches, 4 matches down, and you're out of the league even before you've got the chance to settle.
Absolutely. And UP Warriors
In.
will play today and tomorrow also. So on both days, UP
Yeah.
Warriors in action. So yes, absolutely. Another battle
Tomorrow
that
it's
Tushari
against
is going
Mumbai,
to
right?
tomorrow. It's again yes, Mumbai. Yes, Mumbai. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Trishati, another battle that I think is going to be exciting is Laura Woolward versus Sophie, Sophie Eccleston. I think Laura Woolward is coming up after a fantastic knock, but Sophie Eccleston has dismissed Laura Woolward for quite some time in WPL. So how do you see this battle?
I think Laura is in the pink of her. People are generally in the pink of their health. But Laura Bulwart is in the pink of her form. What I cannot forget those shots last game. I went back and I was speaking to a friend who, by the way, does not watch cricket. And I was going on and on and on about Laura Woodward. And she asked me a very nice question. She said, you admire very less batters. As most of you would know, I'm an admirer of bowlers. I don't
Yes.
like batters much. But if I am admiring a batter, anybody who knows me knows that that batter has to be something. So, so a friend of mine said on a scale of top being Mithali and lowest being, say, I don't know, one of the batters, where would you say Laura is? Like, which end would you tell her? I said very close to, if you see technically and if you see how well she plays, I would put her very close to the Mithali level. And my friend was like, Laura has won. Whether she won the player of the match or because Smashish, say for
Yes.
example, like Heather Knight shot, when she had come out to bat, that first ball, you will remember.
Yes. Yes.
It is a shot nobody can forget. She comes, she hits that shot, and you're like, wow, just that's it. There's nothing that you can say more than that. And Laura Woolward in that second half of the innings that she played last game, all the shots that she played, there was power, there was technique, there was finesse,
Mm.
there was grace, and I can go on and on and on, and the match will get over.
Yes, absolutely. But against Sophie Eccleston, do you think that things will be interesting?
Actually, it depends. Again, when does Meg Lanning bring Sophie Eccleston on? If it's
Mm.
early on in Laura Woolworth's innings, it could be interesting. Otherwise, once Woolworth is settled, it almost seems like Woolworth is the only one who can take Woolworth's wicket, and nobody else can.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, Trishadi, Jemima the batter, I think a huge innings for her also waiting because of the short selection that she chose at that situation. Obviously, I think she knows herself that it was very, very wrong call from her. So, how do you see
Yeah, I
this innings?
felt
Have
bad.
you?
The video that Delhi had put up, she was almost on
Yeah,
the verge
she was
of tears.
sitting alone.
Yeah,
Mm.
I almost felt like writing, "Come on, Jenny, it's just fine. It's just 2 matches. Happens, yeah, big deal." But
Yes.
at that moment, it's very frustrating, of course. And it is an important innings because, as a captain, she will start feeling the pressure if her batting does not click now. Because, how are you going to lead by example? Just catches are not going to be enough. You have to score runs. You are there as a batter. And I think she has to understand that she's a good enough batter, capable enough batter. All she needs to do is play her own game and not take cute strokes unnecessarily.
Yes.
Uh, the clean ones, that's fine. For example, you'll see Phoebe Litchfield also does this to herself at times. The switch, it
Mm.
works so well for her. You don't need to do cute things because you have your range of shots. Same way, Jenny has her own range of shots. It's not like she does not have shots. But you do not need to do something extraordinary. See what Richard did. In the last game against UP Warriors, it was the same length that was being bowled by Sophie Devine to the Delhi batters. All you needed to do was put your bat and slash it to the boundary. But anyway, that's gone. I am told that cricketers are good at forgetting the last night's deal. If they're good at it, my personal experience says they aren't good at it. But okay, if they are, then Jimmy should be up and ready.
Okay. Okay. I took the second last line very carefully. I noted down that. Okay. But okay. By the way, Delhi Capitals have won the toss and they have opted to bowl first. So I felt
Yeah.
it's a good start with the toss for Delhi Capitals. So let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about the playing eleven once we get. But till then, Tushadi, Dottin, another we all know how brutal she can be with her form, but she's also making a comeback after a long injury layoff. She got injured during the back end of the WPL season. Last season, I think she played as much as possible while stitching that 93 run partnership with Dipti Sharma.
It got
Uh,
cut.
okay,
Your
okay.
voice got cut in between.
Now it's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
No.
got till
Yeah.
last
Hmm.
innings. You were saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that in last innings, I think she controlled herself as much as possible while stitching that important 93 run partnership with Dipti Sharma. But how do you see with the ball? She has not been that much good. What is your view on that?
The other day I was talking to one of the journalists, and both of us were feeling that Dottin has the powers, yes, but I don't know whether it's age or whether it's her being scratchy. Something is missing, Snehashish. What is missing? I cannot quite put a finger on that exactly, but
Mm.
something is missing there, where she's not clicking. Yes, she stopped herself initially, but towards the end, I would have liked liked her to unleash herself, which she was not
Mm.
able to do. Because for Deepti to try and hit would have become difficult because had UP at that moment lost Deepti's wicket, probably they would have ended up with 110 or
Yes.
120 or something of that sort. So I understand how Deepti went about the business, but see the way a Bharti Fulmani played. Yendra Dottin should have played something of that sort. I'm saying towards the end of the innings. I thought she played the anchor role well, but never really accelerated towards the end. And her bowling is the same. She's not bowling to her strength. She's not
Mm.
bowling those Yorkers. She's not bowling those slower ones, which is where she was dangerous. Also, you cannot bring Dottin in the power play, really. You have to bring her mid and end of innings, is what I feel, Dottin the bowler.
Yes, absolutely. We will talk about the playing 11s when we got,
Yes,
but
please.
till then, can you take few comments to Shadi? Then we'll talk
Yes,
about the
yes,
playing
of
11s.
course. Yes. Before we take comments, I just want to tell everyone that we will take less number of comments, and it is none of your fault. It's just that I am just not keeping well. So I'll try to talk as less as I can because, as you can understand from my voice, that it has reached Kolkata before I have.
Okay, okay. We have got the playing 11, so let's talk about that.
Yeah,
So Delhi
yeah.
Capitals 11 is Shefali Verma, Lizel Lee, Laura Ulvar, Jemima Rodriguez, Mazen Cap, Nikki Prasad, Shinel Henry, Sneha Anna, Minnu Mani, N. Charani, Nandini Sharma. So no change. Same playing 11. Yes. For UP
Then why
Warriors,
did you
Kiran
leave the entire
Nagpure,
play?
yeah, Meg Lanning, Phoebe Litchfield, Harlin Deol, Shweta Sherawat, Chloe Tryon, no Duenda dot in. Chloe Tryon is playing. Dipti Sharma, Sophie Eccleston, Asha Shobana, Shikha Pandey, and Kranti Gaur. So one change, no Duenda dot in. It's Chloe Tryon.
Good change, I would say, keeping in mind Chloe Chan's new form.
Hmm. Yes.
New form, no, new form is the wrong word. Current form, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I said
Exactly.
new form and I'm thinking, what is new form? Okay, let's take some questions. Kavya Jentrisha, the new anchor in night, not taking our questions one by one, as, as you were taking every time. Trisha, please, you take question one by one. She only takes selective one or two questions. Okay, let's do something. Kavya, give me 2 days time because I'm not well. I'll be back home and I promise, and this is a promise from Sneha and me, that both of us will take all the, what do you call that, all the questions one by one. Something is happening in the road. I don't know what. They're drawing some lines. Are they going to play badminton now? Hmm. Shiansh Jain, please save us from Hurling. Guys, UP is still persisting with Hurling, it seems. And she's back at 4 today.
I hope so. I hope so. At least at least on the broadcaster, the way they have shown the pictures, it means that she's Batwell number four. But we don't know. Let's see. In 10 minutes, we'll get to know.
Okay, Manikanta Suri has asked a very nice question. DC retain Nikki, but are they sure about her role? Yes, I think they are because last day when I saw her practicing also before the match, just before the match, I was seeing her practicing. They were giving the practicing was to hit big. So it is
Okay.
definitely a finisher role. Um, but she has not got that many chances to prove herself. Last game also, she wasn't sent up. But I think, you know what? Let me tell you something, Manikanta. Let's give Nikki 2 more seasons. And I think she'll be good enough.
Yes.
Shriyans, tell me immediate alternative of Hurley, please. Who should open? Plus, who should open? Yeah, I think instead of Hurling, Kiran Navgire should open.
Hmm.
Alternative of hurling, Yashish.
Alternative of Hallin. 1 second. I'm telling.
Yeah, just open the squad now once.
Yes. Yes. Shipra Giri can be an option. Then Shweta Sharwat can play as a batter.
Shweta Sherawat can be an option.
Yeah. And then Shipra Giri can be your wicket keeper, who is a genuine wicket keeper.
Yeah, yeah, could be. Okay, Manikanta is saying yes, yesterday's comment taking is very poor. Trisha Snehakshish, can you only take comments every time? Again, from, okay, this is a promise from 17. It will be either, in fact, forget about either. It will be me who will take all the comments. We will keep doing shows, and in fact, since from the 17th to 28th, I will be at home.
Yeah.
What we will do is we will take, like, we will do the post show a little longer because generally what happens, why do we try to wrap it up early, is it gets very what do you call that, very
Late.
empty. Yeah, very
Yeah.
late here and empty here, so we get back quickly, but I promise you from 17 to 28 nothing of that sort will happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually,
Trisha di
usually,
now
can G Trisha can be that option at number four instead of
G
Hallin.
Trisha, yes, I was thinking that there was a batter. Yes, I think G Trisha is a perfect option. What do you say, Snehajish? Absolutely, G Trisha should be the option.
Yes, and if you want, you can use G Trisha as an opener also. She opens the batting.
Yes,
Yeah, she can open
yes.
the batting. Then you can use Kiran Navgir in the middle order. So G Trisha can be a
But do
good
you
option.
think Kiran Navgida is fit for middle order? Do you think so?
Exactly, exactly. I also don't think so. I think Kiran Nagure should use that power play thing. I think she is not perfect to that, suited for the number four. At number
Yeah,
four, you need that two kind of gameplay, right? You can anchor the innings, also you can hit
correct,
the ball. So you
correct.
need both of that. I think Kiran Nagure don't have that anchor role in her, so I think she should open. But G Trisha have that both, so she can bat at number four.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, now I understand UPW had Megan Hurling both as their openers. Trishadi, how Trishadi? Both are anchoring one of innings. One should be attacking like RCB. That was my point as well, Kavya. You're so correct. And you know, Shreyashish in WBBL make worse playing that attacking innings. What has
Hmm.
happened to her in WPL?
I don't know. I think the Indian pitches she has struggled a bit. I don't know in this kind of pitches where the ball might not coming as good as it was coming in Australia or maybe in England. I think the ball is coming a little bit late where she might be struggling, and that is where that same discussion comes again and again. So not playing competitive cricket, regularly around the world. I think when you play, after a long gap, when you play only home conditions
Mm,
or in England where balls generally come onto the bat,
yes.
you love to play on with the bounce. Then it becomes easy. Even after 2 3 failures, you have that time to make a comeback and score big runs. But in India, as you said, WPL is a very short tournament. Games come thick and fast, and when you get to get to understand that what kind of bounce it be, what will be the pace of the wicket, the tournament is already gone. So I think that is where I think Meghlaning is struggling. So let's see how she does today. But I think the Indian pitches is not suiting her as a batter at this stage of her career.
Absolutely agreed with you. Before I go on to the next comment, I want to say something that last 4 minutes in the show
Yeah,
because
yeah,
and I don't want anyone's sympathy or anything. I'm just saying because I don't want anybody to feel bad about their comments not being taken. That I'm not keeping well at all. So these 2 days, 3 days, sorry, 14, 15, 16, just
yeah,
consider us and consider our apology. From 17, all your questions will be taken. Okay,
exactly.
next one. I like the comment, and I'll tell you why I like the comment because it has come in Bangladeshi language, and I love the way the comment has been written. I will read it in Bangla only because, of course, I can read
Yeah.
Bangla. Ashfaqur Alam says, ত্রিশাদি দুটা উইকেট নিতে পারলেও যথেষ্ট ক্যাপি সুইং সাউথ আফ্রিকা সেরে আসছে সে I hope so. Ashfaq, आज today Cappy has said a hi to me. आज तो विकेट लेबे ही लेबे Cappy. Kavya, Trishadi, the captain is as good as team. Every player has to contribute, which I saw in Meg Lanning captaincy in UP various. Thank you. Thank you, Kavya. I have been saying this about our Indian team captain, about the Australian captain, and thankfully somebody has understood what I meant. Mr. Cool Dhoni, Cap needs to regain her form back to take DC up the ladder. An experienced player like her can get form back so quickly. Um, Sneha, my question is, do you think for an experienced player like Cap, it's easier to gain back form or is it tougher than a younger player?
Um, I will say a little tougher because the expectation is on you from ball one. When a franchisee is retaining you and you are Madison Cap, you are the Madison Cap. You know that you are expected to do well in every game.
Yeah,
People will expect from ball one she will come and she will rattling the stumps or maybe taking wickets. So the expectation is that, and if you're not performing, we all know that how Madison Cap thinks about her game, how she gets
yeah.
frustrated when she bowls a no ball, when she gets hit for a boundary, or she went wicketless. So I can understand that what kind of a situation she must be under in, but I think one good match will change it completely. Every player goes in this
Or
kind of,
a good win.
yes, or a good win. Absolutely, absolutely. So
Not
so
a
so
good win.
good
I
win.
said good win.
Okay, yes, that could be. That could be. I think in the post match we can give that credit to that wave if things go well. So let's see what happens. but but I think Mason Cap knows that how important she is for this team. How important
Yeah.
initially those 2 overs at least with the new ball. If she keeps taking those quick wickets with the new ball, things will be very much easy for Jemima, for DC as a team. So let's see what happens.
Correct. Manikanta Suri says, yesterday I liked Gigi decision promotion Kanika to number 3.
Yeah.
Similarly, other teams should give options to Indian players. Though I am fan of MI, their success is because of Harman and overseas players. occasionally Amanjot. So true. Ushnik is saying Meg always have issue using Indian bowlers in DC. Surprisingly, she brought Sophie so late last match. Very good point. Mr. Cool, I'm sure that with Harman's current form, Imai can chase any total. If she shows the same form in upcoming
Hmm.
T20 World Cup, we will win second World Cup. We will win first T20 World Cup, not second World Cup. Baba, this
Yes.
was ODI. While I understand the excitement and Shreyashish and I will be there, so we are also excited. But yeah, Mr. Kuldoni says Nicola Carey might get a place in Australia's squad for sure. She's better than Talia McGrath, I guess. She's
Yes,
proving to be better than Talia McGrath.
I want Nicola Carey to see her in action for Australia in the upcoming World Cup.
Yeah, to
Let's
sue her,
bring
to
back.
sue her.
Sorry. Let's bring back Nicola Carey.
वाह ट्विटर पे ये स्टार्ट कर दो हैशटैग
Yes, hashtag.
Pushni, can you please explain the future potential of Nandini Sharma as Indian perspective? I think if she keeps bowling like this, she'll be in the bench because look,
Hmm.
while Aru is also doing well, Aru age-wise is in a kind of an advanced stage. So as a backup bowler, I think then Nandini Sharma has a good potential, and then probably Nandini has to work a little on her fielding and batting, and she could be a very good potential in the middle overs, especially. Manikanta says. Uh, Apart from season two, Deepti could not continue her form in nationals to WPL. As long as she performs well for India, nobody similar case for Smriti. Agreed. Mr. Kuldoni, so Trisha, aren't you going to cover Vadodara matches as you said you're going back to Kolkata? I am going to go back to Kolkata, stay there for about 10 days and then go to Vadodara for the last few matches. Um, which Manikanta says, okay, last three comments, please do not comment anymore, please. Manikanta, which pitches are good for women's game? Bouncy ones like Walker? If it's Australian pitches or England pitches, I think batters find it easier to bat for sure. But good for women's cricket, if you ask me, I would say for anything good for any game would be where there is something in for the bowlers and there is something in for the batters as well. You know,
Hmm. The balance should
Shongvi
be there.
Dottovich, yeah, Shongvi Dottovich says Shafali Verma and Jemmy not performing a concern for India. Too early to be a concern for India, Shongvi.
Yes.
I would say give it some more time because last what 10-15 days ago only they were performing. So just two matches. Let's not get too worried about it. Kavya Trisha, Gigi is so much over dependent in their batting. If you're making 200 runs, then how can you win by 10 or 4? Because you don't have good enough spinners, I would say. These Gigi does not have that good spinner. But before I end, all the comments are done. Before I end, I just wanted to say I would like Sneh Rana also to do well today. You know,
Yes.
she's one player that you and I both definitely kind of like her style, the way she plays, the way she worked hard to make a comeback. Players like Sneh Rana, Arundhati Reddy, you genuinely want them to do well because they work so hard and so honestly. So yeah, it is I think time for Sneh Rana to perform.
Absolutely. So lots of top players are in action today, and obviously DC have won the toss, and they're opted to bowl first. So let's see what happens. As Trishali said, whether the wave will work or not, that remains to be seen. So let's see what happens. Till then, okay. Till then, thank you, Trishali. Thank you everyone for joining in. Let's enjoy the game. Hopefully, a fantastic match is waiting, and let's join in the post match. So till then, take care.
Thank you.